My mother is the kind of woman who, when she's angry, her voice goes from an impatient car horn to a tornado siren. My mother, the kind of woman who, if she didn't like the answer to why you did something, would send you back to your room. The one she took the door off the hinges cause you don't own nothing in this house. My mother, on April 25th at 11:55 p.m., while struggling with the reality of being a human instead of a myth, passed away. Medical sources say she died from naturally oppressive causes, but those who knew her and used her know that she died from being Black in America. See, there is something about being Black in America that has made motherhood seem complicated. Seem like I don't know how to raise my kid right and keep them alive. In May of this year, Dr. Joya Adel Perry, president of the National Birth Equity Collaborative, stated that the collective PTSD we will all face when this pandemic is over has only heightened the stress that Black women face. Then, compound that stress with that of being a mother. A mother at a time when Black Americans are dying of COVID-19 at a rate nearly 3 times higher than white Americans. A mother at a time when police officers can burst into your daughter's home while she was sleeping, shoot her 8 times, and be charged not with murder, but with the destruction of property. There is an emotional and physical effect of trauma on Black mothers' bodies. Effects that we will be exploring through the poems Happy Mother's Day by Ebony Stewart, The Joy of Being a Mother by Frequency, My Fear of Becoming a Mother by Joyce Lee, The Strong Black Mother is Dead by Lonnie Wataka, and Son, I'm Sorry by Joanna Coatney. This is an ode to the strong Black mother, because it is time that their mourning is not met with the same silence that greets their children's deaths. Dear son, I'm sorry. I know it wasn't a good idea to have a child during this time, a time of murder with no motive and no remorse. Daytime disasters turned into viral videos. Black mother! Don't you let that child of yours get too far from your side now. Or you may spoil him and he will grow spoiled. And then he'll walk into a world that rejects him completely, and he'll hang himself for feeling. You gotta love him at an arm's length. Punch him in the chest occasionally, and that way, he'll survive. Swear, my mother was a former wrestler in her past life, the way she could make us tap out. Or some sort of baseball legend, the way she would aim with precision. My mother, the kind of woman whose only justification was, because I said so. I love her so much. The strong Black woman is dead. She died from being told she wasn't doing a good enough job for raising her children alone. She didn't even have the energy for motherhood. See, I've always known I wanted to be a mother. I knew I was young, but I figured it couldn't hurt to start planning for something so big so early. But now I'm 26 years old and I don't know if I have what it takes to stomach motherhood in this country. This country wants you dead, son. And the mere thought of that makes my heart stop, makes my eyes well with tears. Black mother! Sometimes love is like recycling. Like birth. And sometimes that love comes at you wrapped around your neck like an umbilical cord or a noose or a bullet She died from asphyxiation. She died from being told she wasn't doing a good enough job. See, over the years, America has taught me more about parenting than any book on the subject. It has taught me how some women give birth to babies and others to suspects. It has taught me that this body will birth kin who are more likely to be held in prison cells than to hold college degrees. But why? Because your skin has always been a threat, right? It makes white men clutch their little children's hands a little tighter. Your skin, our skin, could cost you your life. Black mother, one day you're gonna raise a little girl and she'll grow all big-bellied and have a son, and she'll be so disappointed when she finds out that that child was never hers. Our children are only here for the lynching. See, there is something about being Black in America that has made motherhood sound like something I do not look forward to. I've written too many poems about dead Black children to be naive about the fact that there could one day be a poem written about my kids. She died in her mind, fighting life and racism. And when she refused to die, when she refused to go out like that, she was killed. This is why my mother is also a survivor. My mother keeps the moon in her eyes so that everything is an ocean and I am her sky. And so I learn the ways of her waves, her ripples, and mimic her sea. And so I pray to God, Father, forgive me for being so selfish, but I promise I'll make it up to you, Lord. I'll tell him how to not be a scary Black man, how to not be himself. There is something about being Black in America that has made motherhood sound like something I am not sure I look forward to. Sound like one morning I could wake up and see my son as a repeat of last week's news story. Sound like one morning I could see the death of my daughter wouldn't even be newsworthy. Father, forgive me. Dear son, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, son. 'Cause mommy is weak. And mommy is tired. And mommy doesn't have what it takes, son. I'm sorry. But I do not want to be a mother who gave birth to poems. I do not want a stanza for my son, nor a line for my little girl. No. I do not want to have children who will live forever in the pages of poetry, yet can't seem to outlive me.